Good morning, children. This is Lalita Peri, your science teacher. He is again back after 2 days, okay, with another topic for class 10. Already I have uploaded 2 videos, okay, one based on Dobereiner's triads and Newland's law of octaves, okay, and video number 2 which I have uploaded from periodic classification of elements. Video number 2 was Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, these 2 videos I have uploaded from the lesson periodic classification of elements for class 10. Right? So, today I am going to tell you all about the third video from periodic classification of elements, that is about discussion is about long form of periodic table. Okay, mostly is periodic table. Okay, so in that today I am going to deal up to groups. First I will introduce up to groups which are there in long form of periodic table. Okay, and in this video I will be discussing about A category groups. Okay, so let us start with the topic. Okay, so today's topic is what? Long form of periodic table. Long form of periodic table. Okay, so long form of periodic table means what? In Mendeleev's periodic table, we have discussed certain drawbacks. Okay, like position of hydrogen atom. Okay, differentiation between metals and non-metals was not clear. Okay, dissimilar elements were placed together, similar elements were separated. Okay, and position of lanthanides and actinides. Okay, all this kind of certain drawbacks we have observed in Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, so to overcome the drawbacks of Mendeleev's periodic table, okay, H.J. Moseley, okay, he thought that instead of taking atomic masses into consideration, if we take atomic numbers into consideration, okay, the classification will become easy for us. Okay, so accordingly, the classification which is made by Moseley was based on atomic numbers and electronic configuration of elements. Okay, so accordingly, Moseley's periodic law, Moseley, H.J. Moseley, okay, the next scientist who took initiative, okay, to classify the elements, and the one which is being followed even now. Okay, very important. So what does his periodic law states? So Moseley's periodic law. Okay, so what is this periodic law states? So let us learn about that. Moseley's periodic law. The physical and chemical properties of elements. The physical and chemical properties of elements. Right? The physical and chemical properties of elements are the periodic functions. Okay, now the physical and chemical properties of elements are the periodic functions of their atomic numbers. Periodic functions of their atomic numbers. Okay, or electronic configurations. Okay, the physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic functions of what? Atomic numbers. Okay, now atomic numbers or electronic configurations. That means what? The classification of elements was made based on atomic numbers and based on electronic configurations also. Okay, so what is electronic configuration and what is atomic number? Very important. Okay, atomic number you might have learnt in 8th class you are learning. Atomic number means what? The number of electrons or the number of protons. Okay, the number of electrons that are revolving round the nucleus, or the number of protons which are present inside the nucleus. Okay, the number of protons and electrons is always equal in any atom. Okay, and what is electronic configuration? Electronic configuration is the arrangement of electrons in various orbits and orbitals in the increasing order of their energies. Okay, what is electronic configuration? Okay, based on electronic configuration only. Okay, based on electronic configuration. What is electronic configuration? The arrangement of electrons. Okay, now the arrangement of electrons. Arrangement of electrons in various orbits and orbitals. In various orbits and orbitals in the increasing order of, I am writing upward arrow which stands for increasing. Okay, increasing order of their energies. Okay, in the increasing order of their energies, you call it as electronic configuration. Okay, arrangement of electrons. Okay, in different shells and subshells. This you might have learnt in atomic structure lesson. Okay, in the structure of the atom, we have learnt number of shells will be there, orbits. Okay, and subshells also are existing. Then how electrons are arranged in shells and subshells? That arrangement you call it as what? Electronic configuration. So based on electronic configuration of each and every element, okay, the elements which are available, okay, are being arranged in that way. Okay, so how it is being arranged? So long form of periodic table we are going to learn for today, and in today's video I am going to teach you up to group A elements. Okay, now category A. Okay, we'll learn. So long form of periodic table. Long form of periodic table is divided into periods and groups. Okay, so please remember, please listen carefully. Okay, long form of periodic table divided into what? Periods and groups. Long form of periodic table. It is divided into what? Periods and groups. Okay, so periods means the horizontal rows, okay, that are present in the long form of periodic table. You call them as what? Periods. Okay, now the horizontal rows are called periods and vertical columns are called groups. Okay, so accordingly the periodic table is divided into 7 horizontal rows called periods. Okay, now 7 horizontal rows which are called what? Periods, and 18 vertical columns are there. 18 vertical columns called groups. Okay, so 7 horizontal rows and 18 vertical columns, these are there in long form of periodic table. Okay, so in today's class we are going to discuss about groups, and groups are actually further divided into category A and category B also. Okay, so in this video we are going to discuss about category A, right? Groups are further divided into what? 2 categories, category A and category B. Groups means vertical columns. Okay, they are again divided into category A category groups, okay, and B category groups. So in this video we are going to learn about groups of category A. Okay, so let us start our discussion, right? So groups, as I said you, groups means what? The vertical columns present in the long form of periodic table, you call them as groups. Okay, how many groups are there? 18 vertical columns, 18 groups are there. In that, 8 A category groups are there and 8 B category groups are there. 8 plus 8 is 16 only. Then how can it be 18? Okay, in B category groups, 3 vertical columns together is treated as one group only. When we discuss about B category groups, you will understand it better. Okay, vertical columns will be 18 only. Okay, but in B category groups, 3 vertical columns will be together termed as one group. Okay, so that's why 16 groups. 8 A category groups are there and 8 B category groups are there. Okay, so let us learn about groups of category A. Groups of category A. Okay, so generally groups are designated with Roman numbers, 1A group, 2A group, like that. Okay, now groups are designated with Roman numbers and periods are designated with normal numericals. Okay, so here I said 8 groups are there. 8 groups are there of category A. Okay, 1A to 8A group. Okay, let us discuss about each and everything. We have to designate them with what? Roman numbers. 1A group, 2A group, like that up to 8th A group. Okay, up to 8th A group. Right? So let us have a discussion about each one. So 1A group. 1A group elements. Okay, so 1A group elements are also called as alkali metals. Alkali metals. 1A group elements are also called as what? Alkali metals. Okay, and for them the general outer configuration means what? In the last orbit, electronic configuration, outermost configuration means the configuration, that means the arrangement of electrons in the last orbit. Outermost orbit means what? Last orbit. Okay, so for all of these elements, general outer configuration is given as NS1. Okay, now where N stands for the orbit number and S stands for the orbital in which electrons are filled, and the top number will be 1 electron only. Means in the last orbit of every element which is there in 1A group, its last orbit consists of only 1 electron. That's why all of them are categorized under 1A group based on the arrangement of electrons. The classification is made based on the arrangement of electrons. Right? So general outer configuration is what? NS1. Okay, let us see the examples. Hydrogen, atomic number 1. Its configuration is 1s1, you all know. Right? And then lithium, atomic number is 3. 1s2, 2s1. Okay, in the last orbit, you will find one electron. Hydrogen is having only one orbit and only one electron. So its arrangement is what? Arrangement of electrons will be in what way? 1s1, first orbit, s orbital, 1 electron. Lithium, atomic number is 3. Okay, so 1s2, 2s1. Okay, its configuration is what? Arrangement is based on what? Electronic configuration. So lithium, atomic number is 3. Its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s1. Now last orbit is what? 2s1. So it is having only one electron in the valence shell. Okay, what is valence shell? Valence shell means last orbit or outermost orbit. All are same. So here in all the elements valence electron is 1. That's why they are categorized as what? 1A group elements. Okay, then you go for sodium. Atomic number is 11. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So last orbit 3s1. Okay, if you go for potassium atomic number is 19. Okay, so if you write the configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1. Okay, hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, Rb, rubidium, atomic number is 37. Okay, if you keep writing the configuration, okay, you will find in the last orbit 5s1, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10, 5s2, and then 5s1, right? 5s1. In the last orbit of rubidium, you will find 5s1. And then after rubidium, cesium, atomic number 55. Okay, so here in the last orbit of cesium, you will find 6s1. In the last orbit of cesium, electron arrangement will be in the form of 6th orbit, s orbital, 1 electron. Last orbit configuration 6s1. Okay, and then francium. Okay, 87. Right. So 1s2, 2s2, if you keep on writing like that, in the last orbit of francium, you will find 7s1. So in all these, what is a general trend what you have observed? Okay, in the last orbit, you will find the general configuration to be what? ns1. Isn't it or not? General configuration is found to be what? ns1. Okay, 1s1, 2s1, 3s1, 4s1, 5s1, 6s1, 7s1. So what are the elements? Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. These elements are called as what? 1A group elements. And they are also called as what? Alkali metals. Okay, alkali metals. Please remember that point. Here, the exceptional case is hydrogen. Hydrogen is not a metal. Okay, except hydrogen, the remaining all terms, all our elements are treated as alkali metals. Except hydrogen, because hydrogen is not a metal. Hydrogen is a gas. You have learnt, right? So, except hydrogen, all the remaining are metals only. So, hydrogen is 1A group element, but not treated as what? Alkali metal. And what does this word alkali stands for? All these metal oxides are basic in nature. Okay, all the metal oxides are what? Basic in nature. So, because of the basic nature, basis means what? Alkalis. Okay, because of the basic nature, they are termed as what? Alkali metals. Okay, and they are obtained from plant ashes. Okay, now plant ashes. Okay, so they are called as what? Alkali metals. This is about what? 1A group elements, first A group elements. Okay, then we'll move on to second A group elements. Okay, I'm rubbing the board. Right? Second A group elements. What are second A group elements? Second A group elements. They're also called as what? Alkaline earth metals. Alkaline earth metals. And general configuration is what? General configuration. General outer configuration. You have to remember that point also. Outer configuration. Outer means what? Valence. Outer configuration is ns2. Means their last orbit consists of what? 2 electrons each. Okay, that's why whichever are the elements in which 2 electrons are found in s orbital, all of them are categorized under second A group. Okay, so they are called as what? Alkaline earth metals. Okay, so let us learn about alkaline earth metals. General configuration is what? ns2. Right. So what are those elements? Beryllium. atomic number 4. Okay, beryllium. You have learnt configuration 1s2, 2s2. All should be in a position to memorize elements at least up to 30, atomic number 30. Okay, hydrogen to zinc. Every child must know. Okay, the atomic numbers of elements at least 1 to 30. Okay, then automatically based on the group wise you can remember the atomic numbers of certain elements based on periodicity also. Okay, that also we'll be discussing, right? Beryllium, and then here you are finding 2s2, valence electrons are 2, last orbit is what? 2s2, so 2s with 2 electrons, 2s2. Then magnesium, atomic number 12. Okay, I am writing configuration like this. You can take the nearest inert gas. Okay, you can keep it in bracket and the remaining configuration you can write. Neon 3s2. Up to neon it is what? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Instead of writing the whole thing, we'll write it in short like this also. Keeping the nearest inert gas in brackets, and you can write the remaining configuration for that element. Okay, so neon 3s2, that means last orbit it is having 2 electrons, 3s2, right? So beryllium, magnesium, calcium. So what is the next element? Calcium, Ca. Calcium, 20 atomic number. And nearest inert gas for calcium is what? Argon. After argon, up to argon it is 3s2, 3p6, isn't it? So after argon, 4s2. Okay, so in the last orbit you are finding 2 electrons, isn't it? So calcium, argon, 4s2. Calcium, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium. Okay, strontium 38. Okay, so calcium 38. So if you keep writing the configuration, you will get in the last orbit 5s2. Okay, so here the nearest inert gas will be krypton, 4s2, 4p6. Okay, up to 4s2, 4p6 will be there. Okay, after that 5s2 will come. In the last orbit you will find 5s2. Okay, right? In the middle also you will be finding configurations. I am not writing that. Okay, strontium, barium. Okay, so what is the atomic number for barium? Okay, so 38, 56. Okay, so for this if you keep writing the configuration you will find 6s2 in the last orbit. You will find the valence electron configuration for barium, you will find it to be 6s2, right? Strontium, barium, and then finally radium. Ra stands for what? Radium. Okay, so radium atomic number 88, right? 88. Okay, so in this if you keep writing the configuration for radium, okay, in the last orbit you will find what? 7s2. So all these elements are categorized as what? Second A group elements. Okay, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium. These all are called as what? Second A group elements. Second A group elements. For them general configuration is found to be what? Ns2. General configuration, general outer configuration is Ns2, right? So in this way the whole long form of periodic table up to 8A group elements, it has been categorized. So quickly let us learn the remaining groups also. Okay, so third A group elements. Let us move on to third A group elements. Third A group. Okay, third A group elements are called as boron family. Boron family. Okay, general configuration is what? General outer configuration. General outer configuration is ns2 np1. Please remember. From here onwards, even p orbital also starts to fill. Okay, ns2 np1 general configuration. Okay, so you can take the example of boron, atomic number 5. Okay, so 1s2 2s2 2p1, 1s2 2s2 2p1. So last orbit configuration is what? 2s2 2p1. Okay, boron. After that, aluminium. Atomic number is 13. Okay, atomic number is 13. Right? So you will be getting the outermost configuration is, you will find it to be what? 3s2 3p1. Okay, 1s2 2s2 2p6, 3s2 3p1, or neon 3s2 3p1. You can write it in that way also. Aluminium. Gallium 31. You will find the last orbit configuration to be 4s2 4p1. And then indium, IN, indium. What is IN? Indium. Okay. So for this, what is the atomic number? 49, I think. 49. Right? So here you will find it to be 5s2 5p1. Okay. And then thallium. Thallium. Right? So the atomic number will be, you should add 32 for this. Keep adding. Periodicity you need to remember. Once we have discussed, all the elements in the atomic periodic table are arranged in regular intervals of what? 2, 8, 8, 18, 18, 32. Isn't it? That means when you add for getting the next element in the periodic table, okay, which is down of the one element. Suppose one element is there. Down of that another element will be there. How you can able to find its atomic number? Means you should keep adding like this. Okay. You should maintain, you should understand the concept of periodicity. Okay. To get the atomic number, suppose you know the atomic number of boron. You know that it is 5. To get the atomic number of aluminium, which is located at the bottom of boron. Aluminium is located at the bottom of boron. So to get the atomic number of aluminium, you are adding how much? 8 you are adding. Okay, after that, to get the atomic number of gallium, you are adding 18. So 13 plus 18 will be how much? 31. Add 18. Here you should add 8. Okay. Again you should add 18. Okay. So if you add 18, how much it is? 49. Okay. And last element, if you want to find the atomic number of last element which is there in that particular group. Okay. You should add what? 32. Okay. So this, you call it as what? Periodicity. This kind of trend which is followed in every group. Okay. All the elements in periodic table are arranged in regular intervals of what? 2, 8, 8, 18, 18, 32. And this you call it as what? Periodicity. Okay. So if you add 32, how much you are going to get? It is 1181. Okay. Isn't it? 9 plus 2, 11. 5 plus 3, 8. Right? So boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. These are the elements of what? Third A group elements. Okay. And then fourth A group. And third A group elements are called what? Boron family. Okay. So let us learn about fourth A group. Fourth A group. So what is fourth A? Fourth A group is called as what? Carbon family. Fourth A group elements are called as carbon family. Okay, general configuration is NS2, NP2. Please remember. Where N stands for what? Orbit number. Last orbit. Okay, N stands for valence shell or last orbit. right? So ns2 np1 ns2 np2. Okay, so for all the elements which are there in 4th A group carbon family, carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead. Okay, carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, stannum, Sn means what? Stannum, tin, and Pb means what? Plumbum. Okay, lead. Okay na, plumbum, lead. Okay, so here you know the atomic number of carbon. Okay, carbon atomic number is what? 6. I said you to add 8 to that, so that you will get the atomic number of the preceding element, which is located at the next element's atomic number, which is located at exactly at the next position, right? So silicon, add 8, you will get how much? 14. Okay, germanium, then you should add how much? 18. Okay, 18, add 18. Here you add 8, you got 14. Now to 14 you add what? 18. Then you will get germanium's atomic number 32, right? Now again what I said? 2, 8, 8, 18, 18. 2 times you should add 18, right? So tin atomic number 50. Again add 32 at last. Okay, what you should add? 32. So 82. So lead atomic number is what? 82. So this trend is called what? Periodicity. All the elements in the periodic table are arranged in regular intervals of 2, 8, 8, 18, 18, 32. Of course here 2, 8 are not there. Why? Because okay, 2, 8 are for lower elements like hydrogen. Okay, if you start with hydrogen and all, which is located in the first period. Okay, so based on that, like if you go for the higher atomic numbers, one row will be reduced. Okay, so here 8, 18, 18, 32, right? So in all these cases the general outer configuration is how much? 4th A group elements, ns2 np2. You can write the configuration for carbon, right? You can write the configuration for carbon atomic number 6, right? So here 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Okay, so last orbit configuration is how much now? 2s2, 2p2. You can write for silicon 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p2. So general configuration is what? ns2, np2. For germanium you will get 4s2, 4p2. For tin you will get 5s2, 5p2 in the last, and for lead you will get 6s2, 6p2 in the last. Okay, so like this the elements have been classified, right? Now moving on to 5th A group elements. 5th A group elements of 5th A group. 5th A group are called what? Nitrogen family. Nitrogen family. Okay, and these are also called as what? Pnictogens. P-N-I-C-T-O G-E-N-S. P is silent here. You will pronounce it as what? Pnictogens. Okay, pnictogens. Okay, that means what? They cause a little giddiness if you inhale them. Okay, pnictogens. Please remember. Okay, so what are those elements? Let us learn. And here also the periodicity is maintained. You people has to remember that point. And here the general configuration is what? General configuration is ns2 np5, no? So 3 it is. ns2 np3. If you add these two numbers you should get the group number. Okay, now if you add these two numbers, 2 plus 3, 5, 5th A group elements. And what does this stands for? The valence electrons. Okay, So for all 50A group elements, valence electrons will be how many? 5. Okay, that's why they are called as what? 50A group elements. Nitrogen family. Okay. So what are those elements? Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Okay. So nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic. Okay. Arsenic, antimony. Sb means what? Antimony or stibbium. Antimony or stibbium. Okay. And bismuth. So what are their atomic numbers? You can write based on what? Periodicity. Nitrogen we know atomic number is 7. Then what number I should add to get the atomic number of phosphorus? 8. Please remember. Add 8. Okay. Then you will get phosphorus atomic number 15. You are adding what? 8. Now to get the atomic number of arsenic, you should add what? 18. Okay, so 15 plus 18, it will become how much? 33. Difference is 18. Okay, again to get the atomic number of antimony, again you should add how much to 33? Add 18. Okay, so how much you will be getting? 8 plus 3, 11. 51. Okay, so for arsenic, 33. For antimony, it is how much, Nana? 51. Difference is 18. And to get the atomic number of bismuth, what number you should add? 32. Add 32 to this. You will get 83. Right? So, bismuth atomic number is what? 83. Difference is 32. This is called as what? Periodicity. Okay. Periodicity is maintained. Okay, all the elements in periodic table are arranged in what? Regular intervals of 2, 8, 8, 18, 18, 32. 2, 8, 8, 18, 18, 32. This you call it as what? Periodicity. This you call it as periodicity. Right? So, for all of them, general configuration is what? NS2NP3. You know, for nitrogen, atomic number is 7. 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. Right? 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. So for phosphorus, you will get 3s2, 3p3 in the last. For arsenic, you will get 4s2, 4p3 in the last. Of course, 4s after 3d will come. But fourth orbit is considered as what? Last orbit. Right? 4s after 3d. Okay, so of course based on the electronic configuration, but last orbit totally you should consider, right? Here for antimony you will be getting 5s2 5p3 in the last, and bismuth you will be getting 6s2 6p3 in the last. So this is 50A group. Now similarly 6th and 7th and 8th A groups are also there, right? I'll just tell the names. This is a trend which is to be followed for all the groups. From 6th A group onwards, I'll just tell the names and general configuration. Right? So, 6th A group elements. 6th A group, oxygen family. Oxygen family. Also called as chalcogens. Chalcogens means ore forming elements. Ore forming elements. In metallurgy you have learnt, no? In metallurgy ores are formed, oxide ores, sulfide ores. Okay, we have learnt. So you can refer to the metallurgy topics also, which I have uploaded. You can check, right? So ore forming elements, chalcogens. Okay, they form ores, right? What are those elements? Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. Okay, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. These are called what? Ore forming elements, chalcogens. General configuration is what? NS2, NP4. Oxygen, you know it is 8. And sulfur, add 8 to that, you will get 16. Okay, add 18 to this. How much you will be getting? 6 plus 8, 4, 34. Okay, so 34. And again add 18 and then again add 32. Okay, so you will be getting elements, atomic numbers in that way. 8 plus 4, 12, 52. And then add 32 to this, you will be getting 84. Right, children? Okay, always add the elements in such a way that 2, 8, 8, 18, 18, 32. Right? So, these are the elements of what? 6th A group. Okay, general configuration is NS2NP4 and they are called as what? Chalcogens, ore forming elements. Right? Moving on to 7th A group. Please note down quickly. 7th A group. Right? 7th A group are called as what? Halogens. 7th A group. Let us learn about 7th A group, which are called as what? Halogens. They are sea salts obtained from sea salts. Okay, na? Halo means water, sea water. Gen, the word gen stands for what? Born from. Right? Halogens. General configuration is NS2NP5. Okay. So, what are those elements? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. Okay, so these all elements are having general configuration NS2, NP5. You can see for fluorine atomic number 9, 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. So, last orbit 2s2, 2p5. So, next one will be 3s2, 3p5, 4s2, 4p5, 5s2, 5p5. 6s to 6p5, like that. Okay, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. Right? These elements are called what? Halogens. Right? And then last, 8th A group elements. 8th A group elements are aerogens. Aerogens or inert gases. Inert gases. They are also called as noble gases. Noble gases. Or they are also called as zero group elements. Zero group. They are also called as what? Zero group elements. Okay. So, all this comes under 8th A group. So, what are those elements? Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. Okay. Helium, atomic number 2. Add 8, you will get 10. Add 18, you will get, add 8 again, sorry, you will get 18. Add 18 now, you will get 36. Again add 18, you will get 54. Again add 32, you will get 86. See the regularity. 8, difference is 8. Difference is 8. Difference is 18. Again 18. Again 32. Okay, so this trend, you call it as what? Periodicity. Periodicity. Okay, so zero group elements and their general configuration is what? NS2, NP6, except for helium. Okay, except for helium, all the zero group elements, all the inert gases are having general configuration NS2, NP6 except for helium. Except for helium. Helium's configuration is 1s2. It is having duplet configuration. Whereas the remaining all are having what? Octet configuration. Octet, having 8 electrons. Octet. Okay, octet. Octet means what? Having 8 electrons in valence shell. Having 8 electrons in valence shell. Any element will have maximum up to 8 electrons only in the valence shell. And all those elements are what? Aerogens. Okay, aerogens. Except helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon are called what? Inert gases. Okay, 8th A group elements. Okay, so this is all about A category group elements. And in the next class, we will be discussing about B category group elements. Okay, until then, keep learning, happy learning. Okay, your hard work is your superpower. Okay, thanks for watching and bye.